want your honest opinion because you guys are going to talk to me. Even if you're not ready to buy a bike, you might know a few friends, right? And you'd say at least go ride this thing before you make your decision. And that's all I ask.
Yep, and that's what I'm going to do.
Because we're trying to...
Welcome to another episode of Riding and Wrenching. I am your host, Q the Rider, and in this episode, I'm going to share with you my experiences with Indian motorcycles in Daytona for Daytona Bike Week. I had an opportunity to talk to an Indian engineer. I also have a good friend of mine who is a loyal Indian rider, and I also have a bunch of friends who are with me who are Harley riders, and we're going to talk about our experiences on the test rides on the motorcycles. It was really cool. Indian had a variety of models, and we all rode different Indians, and we talk about it. So enjoy these clips and let me know what you think. Drop your comments down in the comments section. All right, so I'm getting ready to ride the new Indian Pursuit, which is a competitor to the Harley Davidson Road Glide Ultra. So we're going to take this bike out and see what it feels like and see how it compares to my Harley.
Awesome. I'll give you a little bit of a quick walk around just so you know the control. Okay. So we've got the Pursuit here. It's got the Power Plus engine in it, the 108 cubic inch. So it's got 6 speeds. It's keyless ignition. So if your fob is within 15 feet, you can power up and go. So this is going to be all of your electronics here. Okay. You've got your ignition here. Your kickstand does have to be up to start the bike. Cruise control. You've got your power adjustable windshield, which is a great feature. So if you hit it twice, it'll go all the way up, down, all the way down. And then over here, you've got your lights, your horn, your turn signals that are self-canceling, your music control to pause or seek, and then you've got your cycle through your ride command screens as well. If you want to add your phone for music, you can do that. You hit the phone button, add your device. You can see what music is playing here.
Now, how do you know what mode it's in? I want to put it in the standard mode.
Yeah, so right up here, you go to that top screen, and then you have rain mode, standard mode, and sport mode. Okay. So do you have a preference? Or?
No, I want it in standard.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And then these also have the electronic adjustable preload, which is really cool. So you can actually, in that same screen, select if you have a passenger or more or less luggage. You can also just adjust and have it firmer suspension here, softer suspension here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a new feature for the Pursuit bikes.
Okay. So the Challenger doesn't have that feature?
Correct. That's only on the touring setup for the Pursuit. So you get that electronic preload.
Okay.
So, and that's it. And then you've got GPS too. So if you get lost on the course, you can find your way back. And then this is all of your vehicle data. So things like your compass, battery, gas range, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I will take care of her.
Yeah,
Get her right back.
Have a fun time.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, here's your
I can tell you, one of my first observations here from riding the Indian Pursuit, again, I'm a Harley rider, is the engine makes sounds that are different than what Harley riders are used to, and I guess that's normal. It's probably different from a Chevy to a Ford or whatever, but some of it I honestly don't like. So I noticed that between about 2,700 and 3,700 RPMs, when you roll off the throttle, it makes kind of a whistling sound. It's kind of weird. Unfortunately, I don't have anything I can capture the sound with, and even when it's idling, let's see if I can capture some of that. But this is the first time I've got to spend a little bit more quality time on an Indian. I ride a Harley Road Glide, as you know. So my thoughts on this bike: number one, it is more powerful than the Harley. It's got a lot of pep even in standard mode. So that was really impressive. One of the things that I don't think I like, it seems a little bit buzzier than the Harley. In other words, the Harley just seems a little bit smoother. The Indian has better tech. It looks more modern, and so there's definitely a lot to like. The one Harley feature that I really love that I don't know why they don't have on here is the blinkers on each side. Once you get used to that,
hard to go
It's
back.
hard to go back. And I think that, I don't know if other bikes do that or not, I'm not sure, but my Honda was the same as this. It was just on the one side. And you just get used to having it on both sides. And I don't know what it is about
But
that.
what happens is over time, if you ride enough Indians, you just become accustomed to the left-hand thumb doing everything that you need. And you can use that other right-hand thumb to put your power windshield up and down on all of the Indian heavyweight bikes. So you can have a second purpose of that thumb.
Well, now, speaking of the windshield, so I didn't know how to raise the windshield. Now, I knew it was supposed to go up and down, but I'm playing with all the controls trying to make the windshield go up. In the meantime, I'm getting hit in the face by bugs.
You don't need a master's degree to learn how to work the windshield.
Man, I didn't know where it was. But I will tell you this. I don't know if that was a cicada. I'm not sure what kind of bug that I ate. But it needs a little barbecue sauce. But no, it rides nice. I'm really impressed by the power. I do like the way they look.
What do you think of the suspension?
Bike.
Relative to the Harley, which bottoms out most of the time.
Mine never bottomed out. I don't notice an appreciable difference.
You got 4.7 inches of travel in the rear and 5.1 in the front on the Indian Chieftain, and compare that to 2.5 or so on the Harley.
Yeah, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't notice a difference. It felt the same to me. I've never had any problems with my Harley. But anyway, I don't. I've ridden bikes with custom suspensions, and I guess I'm just not a discerning customer when it comes to suspension.
What about the seat? What do you think of the seat on?
I don't like the seat.
You don't like the seat?
No, not this
one. Is it too far forward?
It's too forward and it's too firm. I like a softer seat.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just a. That's a personal thing. That's,
based on the size of the tush you got there, it'll definitely soften up. I'm just saying.
Well, it would have to eventually. Because it's a little bit too hard. Then with my height, I don't like to be that close. I want to be able to go back, so I don't have to take the seat.
Indian may not have the same aftermarket in terms of the number of products that it has available, but the ones that you really need, like a really good seat, Indian has a number of really good options that you can consider, especially if you need an extended reach seat. What do you think of the bars?
Don't like the bars, they're too low. But again, that's a personalized thing. So like you get a bike, you got to personalize it. You know, the bars are too low for me. You know, but the bars are too low on my Harley too. Right. So I don't really judge it based on bars or the seat or anything like that. So those are the things that you change on a bike once you get it to personalize it, make it yours. So yeah, obviously, if I were to get a bike like this, that seat's got to go, the handlebars got to go. I'd want to look at different what windshield options are out there. But I like the fact that it can go up and down depending on whether or not you want more air in your face or not.
Okay, so let's summarize. What I'm hearing you say is you like the power.
Like the power.
You like the ride, although you prefer to change the seat. You like the handling ability of the bike, although you would change the bars because the bars the ability to handle. How do you like the additional storage? How do you like the power locking saddlebags? How do you like the electronic windshield? Tell me more.
All right, so I have not had a bike with an adjustable windshield, so it's hard to value something if you don't have it, right? So is that something that would be a deal breaker for me? Probably not, because I just never had it. For you, because you've had them like that, it's probably different. So the windshield's not a deal breaker for me. Storage-wise, I haven't really had an opportunity, so we're going to take a look at that real quick. But the storage, I guess it can't be that much different, but I don't know. What would the deal breakers? I mean, the difference makers for me: styling, tech. Probably those two things, to be honest with you, because I feel like everything else you could customize and make it yourself.
So you've gotten the 20-minute saddle time on the Indian Chieftain. You've got the Dark Horse Ruby Red, I think it is, and the idea that you got a chance to ride this, give me your overall rating on this bike. And again, it's a very, very brief ride, so I know you didn't really get the full comfort of riding down the highway, doing an hour, 2 hours in the saddle. So just in the 20 minutes that you had it, what's your overall rating? Would you give it an A? Would you give it a B? Would you give it a C? Or would you give it what the default rating is for Harley, which is an E, a D?
Well, it's funny you should ask that question. So how would I rate it? I'm speechless. No, I mean, on a serious note, it's good. It's good. I feel like, I don't feel like it has the soul if that's a little weird, but
that makes sense.
You know,
It hasn't moved you because it's been 20 minutes and you don't have enough experience in the saddle to really feel the connection to the bike.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yep, that's fair. It's a good looking bike because that's kind of what I want. So I'm going to do a quick walk around. I'll show you some of the things I like. Again, the styling of the bike is really nice. I'm not a big fan of the way this headlight looks. I'll be honest, I don't like that. But I like the style. I like the flat paint. I like that it's blacked out. You know, this motor, what size is the motor on here, Milt?
116.
116. Very powerful. It's got a lot of pep.
126 foot-pound.
And it pulls very strong. Very nice bike. It looks good. And what I really like, I do like this. You know, like I said, it's styling and tech. Because this is where I feel Harley is dropping the ball, because this just looks better. And the screen is a lot nicer. It has a lot more information, a lot of driver information. I absolutely love that I know what gear I'm in, whether I got the clutch pulled in or not. You know, now, again, with the Harley, it's something that you get used to, but sometimes you're sitting at a stoplight, you forgot to downshift, and you stall your freaking bike out and look like an idiot because you're in fourth gear or something. So this one,
Indian Roadmaster.
the Indian Roadmaster, so it has lower fairings. Now, is this water cooled?
This is,
You know, this is air cooled. Okay, so it does have lower fairings. Same motor as this one.
same exact motor. Everything is the same. 116 cubic inch, 122 horsepower, and
How do you open this up?
126 foot-pound of torque. And here's what the tour pack looks like inside.
Okay, so you can get two helmets in there.
Yep, and you've got a 12 volt
Okay,
and a light on here at night. So it's a very nicely appointed touring machine.
where's the light?
Up in here, you can't see it.
Oh,
of
you can't
course,
see it?
because
Okay.
it's daytime.
All right.
It's also got a rack on the back.
Oh, here we go. He broke it. There we go.
Nice and closed. Just got to give it a little bit of manpower.
And so how'd you like your seat? You like it?
It's definitely better than the one that you're on. That is a very different seat.
Okay. I guess we better get back before they report these bikes stolen.
Probably. Probably.
All right, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A Harley guy and an Indian guy giving you
Indian
our
for
2
life,
cents.
baby.
Harley
Number
for
one.
life. Number one.
We took this guy to our local Indian dealer 2 weekends ago.
And you
he-
corrupted him?
And no, he was standing on the side like this, right? And then the sales guy walks up and starts talking about the bike, and this is what happened. And then he moved a little closer, and then he moved a little closer, then he got on it and was feeling it, you know.
Well, next time you're taking to the dealership, you're going to be getting closer to the keys instead of just the bike. So, well, I might have taken you that day, but you didn't have to do yet.
Yep, see?
There you go,
There's a
man.
local Indian dealer down on Beach Drive, right?
But just to tell the tale I've not come back.
You're gonna get your free T-shirt when you go down to the dealer.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, that's a new oil change rag. Ah!
Where'd you hear that at?
I don't know. Where did I hear that, sir?
What?
Yeah, what? Mr. Anderson?
Giving you plenty of power. The hard part is how do you make that smooth, right? So the ride modes, that's really what we've done. We've tried to focus on it being more of a Cadillac. You know what I mean? Because if you look at all these guys on Main Street, whatever, with the custom big bore baggers, you'll see them and their old ladies doing this all the time.
Right.
That's overrated. We don't want to do that. We're giving you the power so the ride modes allow you to be smooth in town, right? So we have touring, we have standard, and we have sports. Touring is what's going to give you your best gas mileage. It's going to feel a little different when you're on the highway when you go to pass somebody, but we took some of that edge off, and it really helps you guys in the rain too. Reach over and you select it. It's in your main drop-down window here, right? So say I'm in sport or rain, I'm riding in standard. You can keep on the throttle. You just have to come completely off. Reach over. You touch sport. Once that stops spinning, you're in sport, and now it'll have that jam. So it's a cool feature to check out, you know what I mean? Really something that we designed for riders. And the biggest thing is, that's why I'm out here from engineering, we need people to make sure they're seeing all the extra effort we're putting in. You know what I mean? So go ahead, jump on, check it out, come back, give us some feedback, let us know what you think.
Riding experience was good.
Okay.
Horsepower, pretty good.
Plenty of power, comfortable, sounded good. I really couldn't find anything wrong with it.
Okay. Boom.
I like the Pursuit. I would buy one.
But
Negatives. There's really one negative with the heat on the right side.
go off the engine.
The heat coming off the engine. I would think they would have dealt with that heat better. So what's the characteristic of a Harley for you if it's at least Harley?
Just big.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why you put exhaust
And
on
that's
it.
what I actually don't like about Harley. It will shake you to damn death.
What?
When I got on that road ride, I almost turned it around and parked it.
Since you run a street glide,
I don't know.
I think they're blinging street glide or something.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, so what, did she see your shirt or something?
So,
I thought you said was it a camera going or something.
So,
You're not a good liar either.
hey, Paul, use that new name.
Oh, God, here we go. Can you turn that off, please?